Contents of the today's lecture are cell wall, primary cell wall, secondary cell wall, middle lamella and recap. Page number 60 to 61 will cover in today's lecture. First of all, I want to discuss the structural and functional differences between an animal and plant cell. The first one is the size and shape of the both cells. Animal cells are generally smaller than plant cell. It's around 10 to 13 micrometer in size, and animal cell shape and sizes vary greatly from irregular shapes to round shapes, most defined by the function they perform. In plant cells are larger than animal cells, with the size ranging from 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer in length. Plant cells similar in shape, with most cells being rectangular or cube shape. Cell wall is absent in the animal cell but present in animal cells. Lysosomes are present. They contain digestive enzymes to break down cellular macromolecules, but in plant cell they are rarely found because plant vacuole and the Golgi bodies handle molecule degradation of waste cellular products. In animal cell they have many small size vacuole, but in plant cell they have large central vacuole. Nucleus is present in the center of the animal cell but lies on the side of the cell in the plant cell. Centrioles are present with their major function involving the assistance of the cell division process in animal cell, but it is absent in the plant cell. Cilia and filaments are present in the animal cell because they allow movement of cells or part of the cells, for example, swimming of the sperm to the ova, but they are absent in the plastids are absent in animal cell but they are present in the plant cell because they give pigmentation color to the plant and also facilitate trapping of light energy used for photosynthesis. Plasmodesmata is absent in animal cell but it is present in plant cell because they facilitate the communication and transport of material across plant cell. Animal cell have larger and fewer Golgi bodies, with their major function being to process and package protein and lipid macromolecules as they are being synthesized. In plant cell, they have smaller but more Golgi bodies, with their major role being modification, processing and storing, etc. Now you can see the difference between the plant and animal cell. The outermost layer in the plant cell is cell wall, but cell wall is absent in the animal cell. Second layer is present in the plant cell is cell membrane, and the outermost layer in the animal cell is cell membrane. Nucleus is present at the site of the plant cell but it is found in the center in the animal cell. Different plastids are present in the plant cell but they are absent in the animal cell wall. A cell wall is a structural layer surrounded some types of cells just outside the cell membrane. It can be tough, flexible and sometimes rigid. It provides the cells with both structural support and protection and also acts as a filtering mechanism. It is present in plants, also present in prokaryotes like bacteria, which is made up of peptidoglycan or murein, and in fungus they are made up of chitin. The plant cell wall consists of three main layers: primary cell wall, middle lamella and secondary cell wall. So we start with the primary cell wall, which is the first part of the cell wall. The primary cell wall starts forming once the cell plate is complete. Deposit to this layer start before cell growth and processed as the cell continue developing. Some of the primary components of this layer include cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. It is primarily composed of cellulose microfibrils contains within a gel-like matrix of hemicellulose fibers and pectin polysaccharides. The primary cell wall provides the strength and flexibility needed to allow for cell growth. The characteristic features of the primary cell wall are they are found in all plants, elastic in nature, and ranges from 1 to 3 micrometer in thickness. Fibrils are loosely arranged, elongates over time. Now secondary cell wall. As compared to the primary wall, the secondary cell wall is thicker and thus stronger, ranging between 5 and 10 micrometer in thickness. The secondary cell wall develops only when the cell has reached maximum size. The secondary cell wall consists of cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin and inorganic salts and waxes. Its cellulose microfibrils are shown like crisscross arrangement. Lignin cements and attach cellulose microfibrils together and it is mainly responsible for rigidness. Middle lamella. It is located between the double cell wall of adjacent cells. The middle lamella is the first layer of the cells to be formed. Being the outermost layer, the middle lamella acts as the part that binds adjacent cell. It is composed of sticky gel-like magnesium and calcium salt, pectic acids and pectin. The middle lamella holds neighboring cells together and the cell wall is porous. The pores are called pits and allow free passage of water and dissolved material. In between two cells, these pits are used to transfer different material. Plant cell wall function. Plant cell wall provides support and strength to the plant. They maintain Tagger pressure, regulate growth by sending signals to the cells to enter the cell cycle in order to divide and grow. Regulate diffusion because they have pits or plasmodesmata which maintain the movement of different molecules in and out. Communication. They communicate with the help of plasmodesmata to the different cells. Provides a barrier to protect against plant viruses and other pathogens. It also helps to prevent water loss. They store carbohydrates for use in plant growth, especially in seed. Cell wall is a rigid cell covering made up of cellulose that protects the cell, provides structural support and gives shape to the cell. The cell wall is present in plant cells, prokaryotes and fungi, but animal cells do not have cell wall. Cell wall consists of three parts: primary cell wall, secondary cell wall and the middle lamella. Thank you. Have a nice day, students.